by raising your hand. Okay, we have started with this pointers. So pointers, as Yash has told me also, pointer is a variable that holds the address of a variable or a function. Right? We can assign address of any variable or a function. So this function word makes it complete because function is not a variable. Right? Even name of array can also be held by a pointer. The function and arrays can be held within a pointer. But basic definition is pointer is holding address of a variable. So this is very powerful in C language because with the help of pointers we can access memory locations. Memory locations means hardware, RAM, and every program that is in execution is on RAM, and you are accessing that RAM. That means you are accessing hardware. Right? Pointer variable can be declared as like this. So any variable can be completely declared by defining its storage class, type qualifier, type modifier. What were type qualifier? I'll revise you soon. Type qualifier is like constant or volatile. So any variable is constant, then const keyword is for qualifier. Generally we use. Then type modifier. Type modifier is used to increase the range and capacity of a variable. Like normal integer is int. If you want to increase its range, you will write long int, or you can also modify its range. That means you are only worried about positive values, so you can write unsigned, right? So unsigned, short, long, these are modifiers. Qualifiers are constant and volatile. Storage class specifier, you already know: auto, static, extern, register, right? So these are the all possible things. Optional, these are optional. But what is compulsory? Compulsory is data type and asterisk identifier, right? Equal to L value. So definitely address. L value means address. So don't worry about this complicated thing. You should go directly with, like, you should write here, okay, this is data type space name of variable. I have written this thing, name of variable, and we should have here one thing, that is asterisk, right? So suppose I have written name of variable in this way, it should be continuous. So name of variable, this is not minor, this is connector, right? And semicolon. For example, if I have written suppose int, then asterisk j. So I can say that j is a name of variable and int is the data type, asterisk is the indirection operator. We will see it later soon. So by this statement, what can I say? Can say that j is an integer pointer, or okay, I can write as j is pointing to a variable, or j is having address of a variable that is of integer type, or j is having address, at that address some integer value is stored, right? This is simply can be said. So you can write here name of data type, then name of variable. Int is the data type name, j is the variable name, right? Some important points we will discuss here. The terms enclosed in the rectangular brackets were optional. What were those terms? Storage class, type qualifier, type modifier, they are optional, but data type is not optional. Punctuator asterisk, name of variable is written over here. Then the following declarations are valid. Int asterisk IPTR means IPTR is pointer to an integer. Then FPTR is pointer to a float, pointer to a character, and this PTRIC is pointer to a constant integer. That integer value cannot be modified at all, because PTRIC is having address of an integer variable that is of constant type, right? This is the meaning of this const int. So const is a type qualifier, that I have shown you earlier. Next is unsigned. Now unsigned is the type modifier. So PTURI is a pointer variable. It means PTURI is having an address. At that address, some unsigned integer is stored, right? Pointer variable declarations are read from right side. That means IPTR is pointer to integer, right? Or integer pointer, we can say. Pointer to. Asterisk is called as pointer to. So asterisk is pointer to an integer. Okay. So IPTR will have an address. At that address, some integer value is stored. SPTR is also having an address. At that address, some float value has been stored. So float value is actually stored at 4 byte capacity, right? So 4 bytes means 4 addresses are there in continuity. But pointer will have only the starting address, first address of those 4 values, 4 addresses. Similarly, for an integer also, if integer is taking 2 bytes in 16-bit processor, then integer will have 2 addresses. So first address, starting address is held by integer pointer. Character variable has only, character pointer will have only 1 address because character variables are stored in 1 byte only. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand anytime. Then pointer variable can hold the address of a variable or a function that is again written over here. So you can see here various diagrams are written over here. So these are the codes related to those diagrams, and then we will go for dereferencing operation also. Okay, ask who was raising hand. Yes. Now you can unmute.
सर इसके नोट्स लिखें कि सर आप पीडीएफ भेजेंगे.
I'll send you PPT.
Okay sir, thank you sir.
Don't worry. But from PPTs, learn it sincerely. Okay.
Yes sir.
Now see what is happening over here. I have written int asterisk PTR and A. That means I have defined as well as initialized my PTR variable. If you have suppose written here, you can see here itself int val is equal to 10. This is what you are defining val as integer type and you have initialized value 10 to it. Similarly here also, if I have already defined here what int A is equal to 10, then I have done this thing, right? Here I have written int A is equal to 10 semicolon, then I have written this thing. Okay, so int A is equal to 10 I have written. Soon this box will be generated. This box is actually shifted a little bit because addresses are hidden below that box. I must make it visible to all of you. These are addresses. Addresses are more important than their name. Pointers are also said to be like this is another way of accessing a variable's value. Variable value can be accessed by their name or by their address. So this is the second one, by their address. So as soon as I have written int A is equal to 10, so as soon as I have written int A is equal to 10, soon a box will be created in memory labeled as A. Inside that box 10 values there and 2000 is the starting address, right? Then I have written int asterisk PTR is equal to ampersand A. Now what is the meaning of this thing? I have given address of A. Ampersand means address. Ampersand means address. That I have told you in previous lecture also. Ampersand means address of. So address of A has been given to pointer PTR that is of integer type. So this is integer pointer, so it can hold successfully any address of an integer variable. So an integer variable is A. So as soon as this line is written, this IPTR will start pointing to this address, right? This is pointer because it has location of something, so it will start pointing to that something. Similarly, here itself, fval, float fval 12.5. So 12.5 is stored. This box is created in memory. Then in the next line, float asterisk PTR, another box has been created named as FPTR with 8200. Okay, 8200 is stored when I have given this. So again, some address is hidden behind this also. Some address is hidden behind this. maybe. Let me see. Yes, these are the addresses. Let me make it correct because I have just inserted here int is equal to 10. So all this system has been disturbed just a little bit. I'll do it and it will be exactly correct. Within a few minutes, within a few seconds, I'll do it. Now I think it is more than correct. So now these are the things, right? Whenever you will create a variable, either it is a simple integer variable or it is a pointed integer variable in memory that will contain some address and some block will be assigned to it to keep its value. So as soon as I have written here first value float fval 12.5, so this box will be created. Fval is the label on that box, value is 12.5 and address is 8200, starting address, right? Then I have written float asterisk fptr, so again one more box along with fptr and 6000 has been created. In next line, I have written fptr is equal to address of fval. So whatever address of fval is, now it is within fptr. So 8200 has been stored within fptr. You can see that value present over here, right? Similarly, we will go ahead. Similarly, we can go ahead. So these are the two representations and two statement blocks are here. 2 lines are here for first diagram. 3 lines are here for second diagram. Now third diagram. This third diagram is actually pointer to pointer representation, right? This is pointer to pointer representation. First, you have created int val. So first box has been created, labeled as val, value 12, address 8200. So first line is this. Then second is int asterisk iptr is equal to ampersand val. So iptr, first this box is created, labeled as iptr, address as 6000, and then you have assigned address of val to it. So 8200 is assigned to this. So now iptr will start pointing to val. Again, another pointer to pointer you have created. So two asterisk symbols are there. Pointer to pointer is generally with this two asterisk symbol. So two asterisk symbols are given to pptr and it has given address of iptr. So if you are assigning address of any pointer variable to another variable, then another variable must be pointer to pointer to that integer variable, right? So in this way, you have created a chain of pointers. With the help of pptr, you have reached to iptr. With the help of iptr, you have reached to val. And it can be utilized to get that value also. So this is only referencing over here. We have not dereferenced. Now we will go for dereferencing also. So concept of pointer declaration is scalable. So asterisk pptr means pointer to a pointer that I have already told you. One more thing you should pay attention to here, that is %p. %p is a format specifier, like %d is for integer, %f is for float. So %p is for printing addresses completely, and that addresses will be printed in a proper format. That format is offset value, segment value, right? We'll see soon this thing. If you use only %d, so only one value will be printed, segment value. But if you will print %p, then both offset and segment both will be printed with the help of column separated, right? We'll see soon. So every pointer takes some address memory space respected to pointer. So what will be printed over here? So you can see 3 pointers have been generated: character, integer, float. Now size of is what purpose for size of has been used. Size of is used to find number of bytes taken by CPTR. What is in containership of CPTR? An address. So address is integer, 2 bytes. If your processor is 16-bit processor, so integer takes 2 bytes. So this answer will be 2. But for the next one, size of IPTR. Now IPTR is what? IPTR is integer to pointer. I have told you integer takes 2 bytes, but integer to pointer will store only first address, not both. First address means only one address. One address means integer 2 bytes. Similarly for float also, I have told you float variable takes 4 bytes. 4 addresses there. But any float pointer that is pointing to that float variable will store only starting address of that float variable. So starting address is single address, 2 bytes. So answer will be this. I don't think any doubt is there. Come to next thing, operations on pointers. So what kind of operations we can do? Generally, because pointer is a special type of data type, that is derived data type. So derived from primary only. Integer pointer, float pointer, so int and float are primary. So first one is referencing operation. We have already done. You have created a pointer variable. You have created a primary data type variable. Then you have assigned address of primary data type variable to pointer variable. That is referencing. Ampersand, with the help of ampersand, address of. So here fval 12.5 created, float asterisk fptr created, then address of fval is given to fptr, right? So 8200 is within that box fptr. This is referencing. We have done this thing. Now fptr is started pointing to fval. This is referencing. Dereferencing a pointer. Now, whatever value you have earlier referenced, can you access that value with the pointer? If you can, then this is called dereferencing. And dereference operator is asterisk. Asterisk is also called as value at operator. Value at, what is at? Value at particular address, because pointer variable is having some address. At that address, what is the value? So value at operator. This is asterisk. Ampersand is address of, asterisk is value at. You can see dereference operator, or this is unary operator, again similar to ampersand. It can be used with any pointer type, referencing whatever with you have done referencing earlier. So dereferencing is also known as indirection operator or value at operator. Now you can see that result over here. So in this case, first referencing has been done by these 3 lines. First line is int val 12. So int val 12 has been created, right? So this is the block val 2254. Int asterisk iptr is equal to ampersand val. So iptr has been created, asterisk pptr, so pptr has been created. So in memory, all the 3 variables are there. Val is integer variable, iptr is pointer to integer variable, and pptr is pointer to integer variable, right? So now first line, when we have referenced iptr to val, so iptr will start pointing to val because iptr has address of val 2254 is within iptr. Then second thing is you have given address of iptr to pptr. So pptr will start pointing to iptr because pptr has value 2250. That is address of iptr. So now with the help of pptr, we have to access 12. Can we do this? Yes. So what is the value of val? First printf will simply print 12. In the second one, asterisk iptr. So asterisk means value at. So value at iptr. So iptr has what value? 2254. So value at 2254. What is that? 12. Right? Then in the second one, asterisk pptr. Now you can say value at pptr. The inner one, value at, you will decode first, and that will be 2250. So outer value at will be at 2250. So at 2250, you have 2254. So outer one will be decoded at, again value at 2254, that will be 12. Right? So you have started with value at pptr. Okay, in this way, with the help of pptr, you will print 12. So double asterisk means 2 times you have referenced pointers to access a value. Now you'll see in the next line. Now you can see %p. So %p is responsible for this kind of address representation. %p is for address representation. So 2407:2254. This is actually offset number and segment number, both are printed, right? So if you will print here in place of %p, suppose आपने लिखा %d, you have written %d. D is for integer, so only 2254 will be the result. Okay. Just because of %p, you are getting here such kind of addresses. Because IPTR is what having? IPTR is having address. PPTR is also having address. You are trying to print that address. So these are the addresses. So now you can see again explanation, segment address, offset address, right? Hexadecimal numbers are there. So now you can see here, val 12 IPTR this address, PPTR is this address, right? At 2254, 12 is stored. At 2250, this address is stored, 2254, right? You have given in this way. So asterisk IPTR is value at IPTR, value at 2254, 12 is printed. Asterisk PPTR that I have already told you, value at PPTR. So value at PPTR is what value? 2250, right? Value at 2250 will be 2254 and value at 2254 will be 12. Okay. Assigning to a pointer. A pointer can be assigned only address type value or 0. No other value can be assigned. Like here, you have written int val is equal to 10. Then in the next line, you have written int asterisk PTR is equal to val. Now this is wrong. You cannot do this thing because val is of integer type and PTR is of integer to pointer type. And these both are different data types, and those data types cannot be implicitly converted to each other. Actually, whenever there is any case of different data types, we are generally compiler implicitly converts a variable written on right hand side towards x per the variable written on left hand side of equal to operator. Here val must be converted from integer to integer pointer, but it is not possible because these both data types are from different categories, right? Integer is of primary data type category and pointer to integer is of which category? Derived type. So we cannot cross boundary, or compiler cannot cross boundary of that different categorizations while implicit type conversion. So this val cannot be converted to integer pointer, and this is an error, right? How it can be removed? We can write here %val, then it will be address of, right? Then it will be correctly shown. As we have earlier done, address of any variable can be given to PTR, not a particular value, only address can be given. Okay, come to the next part. There is an exception for this rule. You cannot assign 10, -99, 36, any random integer value to a pointer variable, but you can assign 0. 0 is called as null pointer. We will discuss null pointer later when we will discuss all the type of pointers: void pointer, null pointer, wild pointer, dangling pointer also. Then we will discuss again this thing. But here itself you can understand that 0 can be assigned, but other than 0, no integer can be assigned to integer pointer, right? If there are two pointer variables of the same type, suppose integer pointer A is there, integer pointer B is there, so you can do A is equal to B, right? That is correct. If suppose A has address of I and you have written B is equal to A, so now B is also having address of I, so B and B both are pointing to I now. So this is correct. But you cannot do so if there is a float pointer and you are assigning address of an integer variable like this. This is incorrect because float pointer PTR has been given address of val, that is integer type. No. We should avoid such kind of things. Even there is a solution for that. You can typecast this using typecast operator, float, asterisk, ampersand, but I will not recommend that you should do these things. So initially, from initial point of time, you should take care of this thing. Okay. Now we'll go to pointer arithmetic. Arithmetical operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are arithmetical operations. Increment, decrement is also there because addition by 1, addition by, and subtraction by 1 is increment, decrement. But here in pointer, multiplication and division and modulus operators are strictly prohibited. We can do only addition, increment, subtraction, decrement, relational operators, right? Relational operations we can do. Okay, we'll see soon. An expression of integer type can be added to an expression of pointer type, but it will point to next object. So all these operations are quite valid when you have linked pointer to an array, right? If it is not linked to an array, your outputs will be garbage, but error will not be there. Error will not be there. Suppose you have given a pointer x, right? And you have given one integer variable I, and you have given x as the x equal to ampersand I. Then you are dereferencing it, printf %d, right? All these things. Now, at that place, x is pointing to I exactly. If you will increment x, I has how many addresses? 2 addresses, suppose. And the starting address is given to x, and you have written x plus plus, or x plus 1, or x plus 2, or x plus 3, anything that you have written, and you have incremented x. Now x is pointing to which location? X is pointing to next valid location. If you have written x plus 1 and I starting address of I is 2250, मान लिया 2250 है I का starting address, तो I का end address क्या होगा 2251. तो अगर x को एक इंक्रीमेंट किया जाएगा तो अब कहाँ पॉइंट करेगा? वो 2252 को पॉइंट करेगा, बिकॉज 2250 स्टार्टिंग एड्रेस था, 2 के गैप पर पॉइंट करेगा, और उस गैप पर वहां पर कोई वैल्यू मिलेगी नहीं क्योंकि वो गार्बेज है, क्योंकि आई कोई एरे तो था नहीं, आई तो एक नॉर्मल वेरिएबल था. तो ये चीज यहाँ पर समझने वाली है. एडिशन ऑफ 2 पॉइंटर्स इज नॉट अलाउड बिकॉज वो दोनों एड्रेस हैं, 2 एड्रेसेस को आप नहीं जोड़ सकते. हाँ, वो पॉइंटर जिस वेरिएबल को पॉइंट कर रहे हैं उस वेरिएबल में कोई वैल्यू है उसको आप जोड़ सकते हैं, दैट इज करेक्ट. PTR plus 1 is 1 plus PTR, correct. Addition operation on pointers we can say over here. For example, float pointer है, ठीक. टाइप ऑफ ऑपरेंड int है, int के साथ जोड़ रहे हैं, यानी कि 1 हमारा int है, PTR हमारा float है. सो PTR plus 1 अगर किया तो अब float pointer है, सो PTR पॉइंट कर रहा है किसी लोकेशन को 2000 को. अगर PTR में आपने +1 किया तो अगर वो PTR फ्लोट पॉइंटर है, तो फ्लोट पॉइंटर मतलब 4 एड्रेसेस के पहले एड्रेस को पॉइंट कर रहा है, बाकी 3 एड्रेसेस अभी और हैं उसमें. तो अगर उसमें +1 किया जाएगा तो वो उन तीनों को छोड़कर अगला एड्रेस वो मिलेगा उसको जो वैलिड एड्रेस होगा. ये बात ध्यान से समझिएगा, क्योंकि 2000 को अगर पॉइंटर पॉइंट कर रहा है, 2000 पर फ्लोट वेरिएबल का पहला एड्रेस है, राइट. 2000 खुद फ्लोट वेरिएबल का पहला एड्रेस है, तो 2001 दूसरा होगा, 2002 तीसरा होगा, 2003 चौथा होगा. तो अगर PTR +1 किया जाएगा तो वो पॉइंट करेगा 2004 को. बात समझ आ गई? क्योंकि फ्लोट 4 एड्रेसेस का कलेक्शन है, फ्लोट वैल्यू. तो फ्लोट पॉइंटर में अगर +1 किया जाएगा तो वो उन चारों एड्रेसेस को छोड़कर जो 5वां एड्रेस होगा अब वहां पॉइंट करेगा +1 करने से. अगर +2 कर दें तो उसी मैथमेटिक्स को आप चलाइए, है ना. साइज ऑफ वन डेटा टाइप मल्टीप्लाइड बाय हाउ मेनी टाइम्स यू हैव, हाउ मेनी नंबर्स यू हैव एडेड. जैसे यहाँ पर 4 × 1 था तो अगला एड्रेस 2004 बन गया, राइट. यहाँ पर इंटीजर के साथ किया है और एक इंटीजर 2 बाइट लेता है, सो 5 नंबर ऐड किया PTR +5, तो 5 2 10, तो अगला होगा 2010, 2010 पर हो जाएगा. एडिशन अलाउड नहीं है. तो इस तरह से आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा पॉइंटर अरिथमेटिक. ठीक, सब्ट्रैक्शन में इसी तरह से माइनस कर देंगे तो ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में चलने लगेगा. अगर फ्लोट पॉइंटर है तो 4 के गैप पर बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में चल रहा है सब्ट्रैक्ट करता हुआ, इंटीजर है तो 2 के गैप पर चल रहा होगा. तो ये है पॉइंटर अरिथमेटिक. इंक्रीमेंट ऑपरेशन है तो वो एक बार में एक ही होगा, सो नेक्स्ट ऑपरेंड पर चला जाएगा पॉइंटर टाइप पर. ठीक है, प्लस प्लस है. अगर फ्लोट है आपने एक बार PTR ++ किया तो अगला एड्रेस क्या होगा 2004. अगर इंटीजर होगा, प्री इंक्रीमेंट अगर है ना, वो भी वही होगा. प्री और पोस्ट की डेफिनेशंस पर लगा देंगे बस खाली यहाँ पर, और बाकी तो असाइनमेंट किया ही है आपने. यहाँ पर वो वही रह जाएगा, इसमें आगे बढ़ जाएगा. प्री इंक्रीमेंट में, पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट में वो असाइन यूज देन चेंज होगा तो उसका ध्यान रखेंगे. यहाँ पर STR में 2000 होगा और PTR आगे बढ़ जाएगा. ठीक, ये तो यूज देन चेंज देन यूज वाले प्रॉपर्टीज, नथिंग मोर देन दैट. post increment, pre increment, सब्ट्रैक्शन के लिए अगर देखें तो पॉइंटर कैन बी पॉइंटर जैसे इंक्रीमेंट किया एडिशन किया वैसे सब्ट्रैक्शन हो जाएगा। अभी आपको बताया अगर -1 करेंगे तो 4 पोजीशन बैक चला जाएगा। तो 2000 पे था पॉइंटर और वो फ्लोट पॉइंटर था तो 4 पोजीशन पीछे चला जाएगा, 1996 पे आ जाएगा। इंटीजर और पॉइंटर का वो कम्यूटेटिव नहीं होता है क्योंकि पीटीआर -1 इज नॉट सेम एज 1 माइनस पीटीआर बिकॉज 1 माइनस पीटीआर इलीगल। 2 पॉइंटर्स कैन ऑल्सो बी सब्ट्रैक्टेड और वो कितने होंगे, जितने बीच में एलिमेंट्स होंगे उतने होंगे। वो एरे के केस में होगा लेकिन नॉर्मल नहीं होगा। अगर हम किसी फ्लोट का एक एरे बना दें उसमें पहली वैल्यू 1.2 है, दूसरी वैल्यू ये है, तीसरी ये, चौथी ये, और पहली वैल्यू को एक पॉइंटर को एड्रेस को असाइन कर दें, दूसरी वैल्यू को एक P2 को असाइन कर दें तो P2 माइनस P1 कितना होगा, जितने एलिमेंट्स का गैप होगा उतना होगा, 2 होगा। चलिए आगे चलते हैं, नेक्स्ट देखें। तो ये वही यहाँ पर ये दिखाया गया सब्ट्रैक्शन वाला। अगर 2 से स्टार्ट किया है तो पीछे आ गया 2 4 8 से हो जाएगा, राइट। डिवाइड करके चलते हैं पीछे की तरफ। P2 माइनस P1 किया है, P2 2008 है, P1 2000 है, तो फाइनल वैल्यू 2 होगी। आप चाहो तो इस तरह से भी कर सकते हो। साइज ऑफ डेटा टाइप ओके, डिवाइडेड 8 माइनस 0 करोगे तो 8 आएगा, और फ्लोट है तो 4 बाइट का डिफरेंस है, 4 वी विल डिवाइड बाय 4। Similar to increment operation, we have decrement operation also. Post decrement, pre decrement. So if PTR, FTR is equal to PTR minus minus. So FTR was, and you have written here PTR is 2000. So after one line, FTR will be 2000 and PTR will be 1996. Because you have use then change. So PTR की जो वैल्यू थी वो FTR में चली गई, उसके बाद PTR के अंदर डिक्रीमेंट हो गया। But here it is pre-increment, pre-decrement. So first value will be decremented, then assigned. And these are related to float pointers. So decrement by 1 means in address decrement by 4. Okay, you have seen these things also that we have already used. Now relational operators, we can use relational operators for comparison purpose. Because addresses are there, we can compare, because previous address has less value, later address has more value, so you can say correctly. Even you can compare them by this also. P2 is equal to P1. If both the addresses are same or different, accordingly logical values will be printed. Illegal pointer operations. What are illegal? Addition of 2 pointers is not allowed. Suppose you have written one PTR, integer pointer PTR, another is PTR. So PTR 1 plus PTR 2 is not allowed. Asterisk PTR 1 plus asterisk PTR 2 is allowed. And PTR plus 1 is allowed, but PTR 1 plus PTR 2 is not allowed. Multiplication division are not applied. Bitwise operators are not applied. A pointer of one type cannot be assigned to a pointer of another type, right? Only void pointer. Void pointer we will discuss. And this value 0, right? Result we know already. Now relation between arrays and pointers. So now see this example. Again, I'm writing here. This one is the proper way to explain this thing. So if I write try to do this thing. Printf. Suppose I have written here %d, comma. I have written here I plus j, right? This thing. Then let me see what happens. Error is there, right? Invalid operation. Error is there. Invalid operand to binary plus. We cannot do so. If I have written here, suppose subtraction symbol and executed it again, then also, then there is something I have obtained. Even this is unpredictable because I am actually trying to perform between I and j. But if I want correct result, then I will write this thing. So now it will give me correct answer. So now it is showing me -13 as an output. You can see here -13, right? But what else I can say can do over here? Suppose I have written I -1, right? I have written I -1. So if I'll print here, suppose I'll give here multiple print statements so that you can get it correctly. Percent this, %v, this. I have written this thing, right? /n, /n, /n. Here I have written +1. Here I have written -1. So that address related thing that I want to show you. This is actually a 32-bit processor. So here output screen will have addresses. First address is the address of I. Second is address of I +1. You can see because in this case address integer takes 4 bytes. Integer takes 4 bytes. So I +1 is 80 and I -1 is 72. First one is I, right? These are the addresses.